Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. I can't complain at all, man. Feeling healthy, feeling strong, motivated, all that good stuff, man. I hope you guys could stay the same. And if not, man, better days are on the way. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. If y'all can hit the like button as soon as y'all come in, that'd be very much appreciated. We got some things that we currently need to discuss going on in the boxing world. But before I get into that, man, I just want to say we well into the 2K mark. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit that mid 2200 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. You feel what I mean? We got some things that we currently need to discuss. Shout out to the boy. I guess this was a comment before I had went live. Chicken Steaks, Coffee Plant, Oscar De La Base. What's up, my nigga? Glizzy, what up? J Cash, what's going on, man? What it do, nation? Well, man, we feeling good, man. We feeling good. Today was a good day at the gym. You feel what I mean? We got a lot of work done. We got a Pro Am show coming up September 14th at the 2300 Arena, man. If you are in or around South Philadelphia, man, come check out some good amateur boxing. Come check out some good professional boxing. We got a busy September. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna be in Atlantic City September 27th. So we just been grinding. We've been working. You know what I mean? I'm making sure my guys doing everything that they supposed to be doing, man, pushing them to the limit, all that good shit. You feel what I mean? Shout out to the mob. But this was a good question right here. I don't know if Chicken Steaks is still in the building. Make sure y'all hit them likes, y'all. Make sure y'all hit them likes. Old School 868, what's up, man? You caught me on the live. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Old School, man. I rock with that dude. Always constantly showing love to the channel and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? He said, how did COVID affect your gym? Because I seen you guys open February 2020 and the very next month was March 2020, which is COVID. So only a month in. What was going through you guys' minds? It caught us off guard just like everybody else. That's absolutely true. We was only open for a month before COVID had hit. But fortunately, we had some landlords that we had a good friendship with that was very understanding of the situation. And we had a great support system as well. There was people that wasn't even coming to the gym that was still paying their dues. Um, we had a good amount of members that was still showing love, giving back to the gym in any way they could. I was helping out as well. There was a bunch of business vendors that was coming together, and I went over there, man. My dad gave me a bunch of shirts, a bunch of Pivot merchandise, and we will have a table, and my family helped out a lot, bought a lot of merchandise, man. Listen, man, we made it do what it do. You feel what I'm saying? But I think what helped us more than anything is the great relationship with the people that own the building. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's what saved us more than anything. But in reality, man, we hustled. We hustled, and we got the money together, so we still was able to pay bills and all that good shit. You see what I'm saying? So COVID was a very trying time for a small business. You know what I mean? That was just getting off of the ground. But yeah, man, we got it done. You feel what I mean? That's actually a great question. I see you doing your research. You definitely doing your research, man. But shout out to Chicken Steaks for that comment. I don't know if you actually seeing the answer to this comment right now. You probably tuned out because I came in a little bit late. But regardless, shout out to Chicken Steaks for that. But yeah, we got some things that we currently need to discuss going on in the boxing world, man. Let's get the likes up. We got 16 people in the building. Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get the algorithm on the up so the people know that Mazuma TV is live. Let me actually let my people know in the group chat that I am live. You feel what I'm saying? We got some things that we need to discuss. We're gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson's a headline of the Dazn pay-per-view, along with Rayo being the front runner for Javante Davis, and we're gonna go along with some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Because ain't much really going on. Ain't really no motion going out here, man. So we gonna chop it up. We gonna have some good conversations like we usually do, and then we gonna get up out of here, man. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get into the Shakur Stevenson headline at the Dazn pay-per-view, man, because I think a lot of people are confused by it. Because although he's headlining the Dazn pay-per-view event, he's actually going to be the co-main event for the event as a whole. You feel what I mean? So according to the reports that's coming out here right now, Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev will be available on ESPN Plus. They will not be a part of the Dazn pay-per-view. But the Dazn, I can see how a lot of people being confused by it. They're like, bro, what? So Beterbiev and Bivol is going to be fighting on ESPN Plus. Correct. The main event will be available on ESPN Plus. However, Shakur Stevenson and I believe the card prior to it is going to be on Dazn pay-per-view, John. I don't know how that shit. I don't know. I never heard of that. You know what I mean? I never heard of that in reality. I have no idea where, uh, who came up with that, why they came up with that. But regardless, that's just the reality. You feel what I'm saying? I'm guessing because Bivol, Better Beef is a top ranked fighter. They, ESPN, they put their bid in for that or whatever. I don't know. Listen. I don't fucking know. But that's the reports that's going on right now. Let me actually see exactly what was written. Let's see exactly what was written right here, so I can give you guys what they saying. Feel what I mean? Just to let you know that I ain't making shit up. I ain't definitely ain't capping. This is from Matt Boxing. Brunch Boxing. Matt from Brunch Boxing. He says Shakur Stevenson will headline his first pay-per-view. It appears the undercard for Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol will be on the Zone pay-per-view, while the actual undisputed title fight will be on ESPN Plus. Full card details inside. Okay. So that's the reality. That's what's going on, man. Nothing really much to it now. Do I think they setting up Shakur Stevenson for failure in this situation? I don't really understand it being on pay-per-view. Like why is Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina a pay-per-view worthy fight? What is the thought process behind it? Because if you're gonna go up against Javante Davis, you're possibly next. You know what I mean? Who knows? Whenever Javante Davis feels like it, I guess. But let's say Javante Davis, is the next fight for Shakur Stevenson. He has to go to that negotiation table and really show these guys what he's worth. If him and Joe Cordina do a pay-per-view and it does shitty numbers, the Zone never releases their pay-per-view numbers, so that might help him. But let's say, something leaks out that he's only done like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 pay-per-view buys. You know what I mean? Javante Davis could be like, yo, look at my numbers and look at your numbers. I'm a much more relevant name in the sport of boxing than you. I'm a much more popular name. I don't really see the reason to give you this percentage. You feel what I mean? I do think it's a bad look. I don't understand why it's a DAZN pay-per-view. I really need to know the details behind that, man. Somebody need to get Eddie Hearn on the phone and explain exactly why they decided to do that. You doing, and it's really ass backwards how they making the fight between Shakur Stevenson and Joe Cordina a pay-per-view event, bro. Like Joe Cordina got stopped in his last fight. Shakur Stevenson has been catching a lot of criticism for his last couple bouts. You feel what I'm saying? So why them together is deserving to, like, why would people want to pay for that? You know what I'm saying? Like if Shakur was fighting somebody like Devin Haney, somebody like Ryan Garcia, hypothetically speaking, Javante Davis, those are pay-per-view worthy fights. You know what I'm saying? But that in itself, man, like Joe Cordina, absolutely not, man. That's a terrible look. I don't know if it's because they giving Shakur Stevenson some money. Look, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if they rolling the dice and they trying to see exactly what Shakur Stevenson, what his star power actually is. I don't know exactly what the fuck the situation is, but regardless, definitely a bad look. I'm not paying for that. You know what I mean? I rock with Shakur Stevenson. I like what he does in boxing. You can tell he's one of very few fighters in this era that actually cares to be great. However, I'm not with things. You know how this world work right now, man. A lot of motherfuckers. I'm not talking about myself. I'm doing well. Fortunately, I'm doing well in life. But there's a lot of people who live check to check. There's a lot of people who have to, keep their money in the tuck, man, and be real wise with they spending. You know what I mean? Why would they go out of their way when they got so many expenses and things that they have to pay for? Why would they use their hard-earned money to pay for Joe Cordina versus Shakur Stevenson? That's why, obviously it's illegal and all that shit, but, I see why these dudes be streaming these fights. Because I don't really get into streaming fights, but I see why they do it. Because in reality, it's like, bro, why the fuck, why y'all keep trying to drain money out of us? You feel what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, nowadays, it's like any fight could be put on a pay-per-view, and then it's like you're supposed to buy it. Absolutely not. And then they complain that, and then they complain when people Don't buy the fights. Oh, this is why we don't rock with the fans because they talk all this shit and they don't support us. And bro, and then that's another thing. Shakur Stevenson blatantly comes out and be like, "Yo, fuck the fans," and then all of a sudden you're gonna try to sell us a bum ass pay per view for us to buy. That's why you bigging up Joe Cordina name right now and saying that Joe Cordina is a solid fighter. I think he was actually weight drained. He'll be much better at this weight. I can't take him lightly. Blah blah blah. You bigging him up right now, and then you want us, and I'm sure you're gonna be like, "Yo, buy the pay per view, buy the pay per view." You're gonna be over here trying to get us to buy the pay per view. But you the same person that come out and blatantly say, "Fuck the fans." You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck will we even buy your pay per views when you made it clear that you don't give a fuck about the people that support you? You know what I'm saying? So that's my overall take on that, man. It's definitely a bad look. If Shakur Stevenson is going to be on a pay-per-view, I don't mind it. It just has to be against people that we actually want to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's called literally, it's called pay-per-view for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay-per-view. You want to view this shit, you got to pay for it. That's not something I'm willing to pay. I don't even want to view it, so why the fuck would I pay for it? You feel what I'm saying? But that's my overall take on the situation, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, of course. You know what I mean? Everybody that's showing love. Shout out to the 9 people that's in the building right now. A lot of people, I guess, they in and out. I mean, it's a Monday night. Niggas getting ready for their for their day tomorrow. You feel what I mean? But I'm gonna open the platform up for everybody who want to come through and chop it up with your boy. You feel what I mean? Because I'm about to get into these next topics, and I ain't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. You feel what I'm saying? So according to these reports that I've also been seeing on social media, man, I got to see exactly where I got that from because I was just reading up on it. But it seems like Javante Davis may be choosing Rayo Venezuela, man. It seems like Javante Davis has Rayo Venezuela as the front runner. You see what I'm saying? Let me see where I can find this. See, there's people that's coming out with reports, and these aren't. You said check Hitchens' Instagram. I think I saw that already. Somebody has sent it to me. I seen that they in camp or whatever. Let me see something. Yeah, I seen Hitchens in camp with Javante Davis and stuff like that. He said, "This camp we gonna have some fun." And you can tell that Hitchens been having some fun. That boy looking nice and nice and chunky. Pause. That boy eating good. Whatever weight class he look like he has middleweight right now on some real shit. Hitchens been eating real good over there by himself. You feel what I'm saying? But I see he in camp with Javante Davis. Javante Davis looking a little fat on the sides too. Oh shit, he look like he got a little love handles. Javante been having fun too. Face nice and round. You feel what I mean? Them boys eating good over there. They get a couple paychecks and they just start going the fuck in. But anyways, Javante Davis been staying focused. He ain't been blowing up in weight, so that's good to see, man. But yeah, man, Javante Davis locked in on November 2nd, according to these reports, and it seems like Rayo Venezuela is the front runner for the fight against Javante Davis, man. And I told you guys that as soon as he defeated Pitbull Cruz, that Rayo Venezuela just made himself the most, the biggest name for Javante Davis to target moving forward, man. If you guys don't remember, or y'all just wasn't informed, Javante Davis was really trying to lock in on that Vasyl Lomachenko fight. You know what I'm saying? That was the fight that he was looking for. That was the fight that he was trying to get made. And it made a ton of sense at the moment because, Vasyl Lomachenko is the IBF lightweight champion of the world. Javante Davis is the WBA lightweight champion of the world. It's a unification fight. And these guys they had a lot of history because at 130, Loma was calling him out, and Javante and his team, you know what I mean? They pretty much stiff-armed the boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we ain't doing that right now type shit. You know what I'm saying? They still felt like Javante has some maturing to do. And now that Javante, is as mature as could be at this point, he looking to fight Loma, and Loma not really interested in boxing how he used to be. You feel what I mean? It seemed like Vasyl Lomachenko's heart ain't in it how it used to be. I think that Devin Haney loss took a lot out of him. I think he became unmotivated after that. He said the only reason why he lost, the only reason why he came back to fight George Kambosos was because his dad convinced him to. You feel what I'm saying? And he said he not coming back till 2025. And I guess he meant it because he walked away from the Javante Davis negotiation. So who does that leave Javante Davis with? They had told you guys it was going to be Pitbull Cruz, Zepeda, and Zepeda made it clear that, he having a baby or whatever the case is. So, he not going to be available till 2025. Who else was listed as an opponent? It was Zepeda, fucking Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, that fight's not going to happen. And then they said Pitbull Cruz rematch. So as soon as Pitbull came up short against Rayo Venezuela, I said, yo, Rayo just took Pitbull's place as a possible candidate. And a lot of people thought, and I was tripping like, oh, nah, man, Rayo not getting that Tank fight. Shit, why the fuck not? Based off of, Javante Davis' track record, why wouldn't he fight Rayo Venezuela? You feel what I'm saying? Rayo Venezuela is a PBC fighter, just like Javante Davis is. It'll be an in-house fight. Rayo Venezuela is a Mexican fighter. Coach Calvin told you that Mexicans versus blacks is the type of fights that sell. And Javante Davis all about the money. So why wouldn't he pursue that fight? You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the fight that was next in play. And, we just going to have to wait for that Shakur Stevenson fight in 2025. And then we don't even know if it's going to be the beginning of 2025, mid-2025, end of 2025. You feel what I mean? Because Shakur Stevenson seemed like he got some shit stacked up too. Because he talking about fighting Joe Cordina to stay busy type shit. Then he going to go and he going to fight Zepeda early 2025. So what does that leave us with? What does that leave us with? The summer of 2025? May, June, July? What is exactly happening? We don't even know what's going on. We don't know exactly what these dudes fighting, man. It is what it is, man. It seemed like Tank just take fights on, one at a time. But Shakur Stevenson seemed like he got a whole lineup going on. So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? They said Tank got a KO and celebrated like he was Broner. Yeah, man. I don't know if anybody go as hard as Broner do, man. I heard shit about like people trying to get girls out of Adrian Broner's hotel room the day before the fight and all types of shit. I'm like, yo, Broner's a wild boy, man. That nigga Broner danced with the devil before every fight, bro. Just did all this crazy shit that could fuck up his chances of winning, bro. He just can't stay away from temptation. You feel what I'm saying? Glizzy says they might need more season at bro. I don't subscribe to that. You feel what I'm saying? I see both guys as undefeated in their primes right now. And I want to see these guys fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that these guys will be the same type of fighters 2 years from now? Yeah, I just find it crazy how people be so sure that, these guys will still be the same further down the line. You know what I mean? Like Javante Davis could easily, and God forbid it doesn't happen, but he could easily, get involved in some shit that may have him walk away from boxing. You know what I mean? He might, fight a fight. It may never be the same after that. Same shit can apply to Shakur Stevenson. Why are we so sure that these guys are still going to be at the top 1 to 2, 3 years from now? With how unpredictable boxing is, why are y'all so sure that these guys are going to be at the top? You know what I mean? I don't subscribe to that, man. I feel like that's one of the biggest fights to be made in the sport of boxing right now. You feel what I mean? So let's get it popping. Let's get it popping right now. What are we waiting for? Why do we need a season shit if the fight is available? These guys were both available at the same time. Shakur Stevenson never received the offer, and he ain't about to sit here, you know what I'm saying, and hoping things just appear. You know what I mean? To hold himself back. Listen, it is a business, and I'm understanding that it's a business. I've been in this business for about to be a decade already, and I can tell you that the fight makes sense to happen now. You feel what I'm saying? Why doesn't it make sense to happen now? Javante Davis is this big star. He just ran up 1 million views. He racked up 1 million pay-per-view buys with Ryan Garcia. You think he can't do numbers with Shakur Stevenson? Casual and hardcore boxing fans talk about them fighting all the time. I hear it from people all the time. People who don't even watch boxing. I want to see Tank fight that dude Shakur, man. I think that'd be a good fight. It has attention from both sides. So whenever you able to get the casual and the hardcore boxing fan in the same room, that's how you know that fight is ready to be to get cooked up. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't subscribe to the more seasoning type shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like fans need to stop talking from that perspective, because you know what that more seasoning shit does? It hurts you. It hurts you, bro. You know what I'm saying? The more seasoning shit benefits the promoter and the fighter's pockets. That shit don't benefit you. You're not making no money off of this. You're not benefiting from them letting fights marinate and shit like that. It's really taken away from you, because as a fan, you want to see the fight happen ASAP, or at least I would hope you would. You would want to see the fights happen ASAP. What they doing is making you wait. They starving you out, just having you fiending for a fight when you could get it right away. Pause. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I don't understand why fans be trying to they like copy and paste the shit that promoters and boxers say. It's like, bro, you know that what they're doing is going against your needs, your wants as a boxing fan. You feel me? So I don't really be understanding that. You said nobody on the West Coast cares about Shakur. Real talk. Well, nobody from the West Coast could beat Shakur Stevenson. That's probably why. You see it? No. Let me stop talking shit. You said nobody cares about Shakur. I mean, that's cool. It's probably because there's a lot of fucking people over in the West Coast that don't like the fact that he be outboxing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That he probably don't got the style that they like over there in the West Coast. You feel me? But it is what it is. They don't take, and the West Coast not caring about Shakur don't take away from the fact that he relevant. He relevant on the West Coast. He relevant in this country. He relevant all around the world. One of the best fighters in the world. So I don't know why you speaking for an entire coast. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what coast don't care about Shakur, it don't take away from the fact that he one of the best fighters in the world, and he could easily be a part of one of the biggest fights to be made in boxing. You see what I mean? Look, Shakur is in the wrong sport. He should run track. Yo, don't y'all dickheads, like, do y'all ever understand that, like if you're inside a boxing ring, right? It's a square. It's a square, right? You know a nigga can't run anywhere, right? You know that. Like they're enclosed in between ropes, right? So when you really think about it, it's like, bro, where can he really run? There's only 4 corners that he could go to. Maybe the fact that y'all can't cut off a ring. If y'all niggas knew how to cut off a ring, y'all probably wouldn't be talking about people being track stars and all that shit. If y'all knew how to cut off the ring, if y'all came from proper schooling, if you guys actually devoted yourself to your craft and not play rock'em sock'em and be stuttering in your 40s and 50s, then you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably might be able to find a way to cook up on Shakur Stevenson. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all on some goofy shit. This nigga name is Jose Chavez. You feel me? So I already know he come from that Mexican shit. So, a lot of Mexicans be saying the same shit because they flat-foot. I'm not going to say all of them. There's some great Mexican fighters. But a lot of y'all is flat-footed bums that can't cut off a ring to save y'all life. Foot stuck to the motherfucking cement. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas got cement blocks tied to y'all ankles, can't cut off a ring to save your life, got no type of athleticism. Y'all just want people to sit in front of you and take punches from you as if that's boxing. But as far as I'm concerned, the niggas who lasted the longest in the sport, you know what I mean? They didn't take unnecessary punishment. You know what I'm saying? The ones who actually lasted long times, like Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, he ain't lose since they said he was like 12, 13 years old. Floyd Mayweather, you feel what I'm saying? Like, these dudes lasted long in the sport of boxing because they took pride in hitting motherfuckers and not getting hit back, not putting themselves in compromising situations that could deteriorate their health. But we got people like this, they be like, oh, he's in the wrong sport. He should run track. He's using his hands too. You can't win a fight without throwing punches too, right? No, it's not called fighter. It's called boxing. Dickhead. Don't know what you're talking about. Shakur is an undercard fighter. He ain't no star. Bro, he's headlining a fucking pay-per-view. What are you talking about? Even if so what? Turkey Al-Sheikh put all these motherfuckers in undercards. They all getting paid. That's why they don't mind being on the undercard. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is, if he headlining the pay-per-view, why call him an undercard fighter? He's headlining the pay-per-view. Obviously, they feel like he's big enough to do so. You feel me? Coffee Player said, Mark, you seen Greg post boy brother? That's not actually his brother, man. That's Naeem De Jesus. He's a hell of a amateur boxer in Philadelphia, man. They just trolling. You feel me? That's not really Southpaw, brother. That's not aimed at Jesus. You feel me? So, yeah. Oscar De La Paz, what up, man? Seems like Oscar De La Paz is the only one who got some type of sense from around here. Shit. And that's what's crazy. Like, bro said he probably still bad Shakur Cook Valdez. Yeah, he ain't run from Valdez. Yeah, they was trolling Coffee Plant. That's not really Southpaw, brother. Southpaw don't got no family in Philly. He lived in Philly for like a year, but he only had lived over here because I think his wife his wife had picked up a job over here, and they moved back to Chicago. They was in Chicago, moved to Cali, then came to Philly, and then went back to Chicago. I think that's how it went. You feel me? So yeah, that's what's going on. They just troll him. That shit was hilarious, regardless. Ga Maze, that's funny because I always heard throughout Floyd's entire career that all he does is hug and run, hug and run, hug and run. You know what I mean? But now that Floyd retired, it was like, oh, he actually boxed. Oh, he actually boxed. Man, y'all was calling Floyd a runner too when he was boxing. When he was active, niggas was talking about all he do was run. Remember Ruben Guerrero, Robert Guerrero's dad? He ran like a chicken. He ran like a chicken. You see what I'm saying? He ran like a chicken. That's all. It's just so funny how niggas retire and then they start to appreciate them afterwards. Well, Floyd actually boxed. When Floyd was out here fighting Mike Donna and all that shit, fighting all these dudes, when he was fighting Pacquiao, all he did was run. All he did was run. Y'all like boxing fans, y'all would say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Chicken Steak said, yes, sir. I went to your gym and had a conversation with one of the lightweights. Josh, cool brother, man. You guys have a right. Oh, you talking about Josh Jones? That's my brother, man. When you was over there, did you see me? What day was you over there? Cause I had to take Wednesday to Friday off because I was dealing with some shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. You was talking to Josh Jones. Yeah. That motherfucker annoying as shit. That's my brother though. Yeah, we got a lot of good shit going on. I'm telling you. You gotta stop by the fight September 14th, man. September 14th, you gotta come see Josh perform. He fighting somebody by the name. I think he fighting Dan Murray from Jersey. I'm familiar with Dan Murray, so that's gonna be a good fight. I think Josh gonna stop him. But that's gonna be a good event. It's gonna be a pro am show. You see a little bit of amateur boxing, you see a little bit of professional boxing. You feel me? That's a good job. Oh shit! You said you was there during April. I was in Puerto Rico for a few days in April, so I don't know if that was the time you came by. But regardless, man, you're always welcome to come back, man. Shout out to Andrew, Chicken Steaks. That's what's up. You making me hungry, nigga. Stop commenting. Chicken cheese steak sound good right now, man. Chicken steak. I be getting them Wawa bowls with chicken steak. Shit, with the macaroni. Shit. Man, stop commenting, man. You making me hungry, cuz it's too late to be eating. You feel me? Stop talking. It's like, nah, shout out to Andrew though. Certain Mexican and white American casuals just say Floyd was running and hugging. Boxing fans everywhere else knew what time it was with Floyd. Absolutely. Shakur made Devin look like Mike Tyson. Yo, y'all niggas be talking greasy. Floyd was one of my favorites growing up, man. Like, I idolized Floyd. When I was like 12, 13, trying to tell y'all, bro, when HBO had them 24/7s, bro. You said Mark couldn't wait for H Money? No, I'm not. Y'all said H Money weigh like 170. 5 pounds not really a cut, for real. Pack that nigga up. Hell yeah, Floyd stood in front of Canelo the majority of the fight, and there was points in the fight where he was pushing Canelo back. Of course, they're not going to talk about that though. Yeah. And what was confusing too, when Ruben Guerrero was saying that, I watched the fight and I'm like, yo, he stood directly in front of Robert. You feel me? I was like, what the fuck? He said, I'm sorry, little one. What? Floyd stood directly in front of Robert and was fucking him up. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? He ran like a chicken. What are you talking about? He said they only appreciate you when you're gone. That's a fact. I love how it seemed like the Floyd haters just disappeared, bro. I remember when Floyd was active, bro. They hated Floyd, bro. They hated Floyd. And then now that he's retired and shit like that, man, they be like, yo, man, Floyd is still sharp. They see him in the exhibitions, man. He could be the world champion right now. Man, I got Floyd beating Rayo right now. And it's like, yo, it's crazy how and then they talking about, oh, Floyd and Broner needs to happen. Floyd and Broner needs to happen. And I'm like, bro, that's so funny. That's so funny that y'all giving this man all this love now that he old as shit and no longer like relevant and like the competitive boxing right now. Like that's crazy to me how that shit works. Like seeing Floyd get love, that shit blows my mind. Cause everybody hated Floyd, bro. I was the only nigga, bro. Right hand to God, bro. I was the only man in the room. Well, kid at the time. I was the only one in the room that when Floyd had a fight, bro, it used to be me, my step pop, you know what I mean? And it'd be a whole bunch of family and family friends, bro. I'd be the only one rooting for Floyd, bro. I'd be in front of that TV like, fuck that nigga up, Floyd. They'd be like, nah, man, that first McDonald fight when it was getting rough in there for Floyd, they're like, yo, yeah, Floyd gonna lose. I was like, man, you out your fucking mind, bro. I was like, what is you watching? I used to really be arguing with niggas. You say you see my Instagram about the light skin. How you follow me? My page private. How you seen that? What's your what's your IG, brother? That's interesting. Hmm. Hmm. That's real interesting. Which one your page, cuz? My page private. Don't get quiet on me, dog. Don't get quiet on me, big dog. Hmm. I don't know. Kind of threw me off. J Cash said, man, what? Bro, we went to Vegas when Floyd fought Pacquiao and watched it at some hotel. My auntie had a membership at. Me and my cousins was in that joint talking greasy. Fuck him up, Floyd. Bro, I made so much money off that Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. That shit was ridiculous, bro. Listen, I had won like $500 amongst like 4 people, right? Cool. Easy. You know what I mean? Then the one homie was like, yo, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't even got that bread. But I'll tell you what, bro, I got some brand new phone posits, bro. I was like, I'll take them. I ain't give a fuck what they look like. I was like, I'll take them. Had some lemonade phone posits. And at the time, like 2015, that fight was like 2015. Phone posits, niggas was still rocking them. So I'm like, bet. Took my phone posits right off him, bro. Brand new in the box, had the receipt and all. Like, bet. I was walking around with them motherfuckers, bro. We was the same size too. It was just so convenient. I'm like, oh, bet. You feel me? Yo, he really went quiet though, bro. You see how niggas get caught up? Yo, chicken steak, you gotta answer to this, man. Don't make me look through this followers and really start chopping niggas' heads off on here, man. Cause I don't see nobody named Andrew. I don't see nobody named Andrew that, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. I seen the light skin shit. Damn. Niggas is crazy. He not gonna tell me who he is, neither. Shit. That's how I know I got stalkers. That shit crazy. It's cool. I'm gonna start dropping these niggas, man. Yeah. He seen that at my page private, cuz. Yeah, we gonna figure that shit out. I'm gonna figure that shit out. Watch. Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it'd be like these weirdos, like they be weirdos on here that be watching me and shit. And they be saying like little personal shit sometimes. Yeah. People would text my phone, all types. I got rid of that number. I don't deal with that no more. My number will never see the internet again. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, cause I used to put my number out there publicly for like matchmaking purposes and all that. Bro, that's not happening no more. But there's people who say they comment little shit like that only I would know. Like they'll say something that happened at the gym that day. So I know like whoever be playing these troll roles, these are people that be around me regularly, bro. But I just can't prove who the fuck it is. But I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna find out, and the day that I find out, somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to jail. Yeah. I'm gonna catch a case. That boy Chicken Steak went quiet. I'm gonna find out who Chicken Steak is. Should have known that nigga was weird calling himself Chicken Steak. And it was giving like feminine energy too when he was typing. So I don't know if that was really a man that was writing that. Unless he just go that way. Yeah, he went quiet. He was like, "Oh shit, caught up." Caught up on some Usher shit. I'm so. Yeah, you can't be too friendly. I never been a friendly nigga. That's why a lot of people don't like me first impression. You feel me? So it is what it is. But like, I be looking at everybody at the gym as like the ones that actually be around me. They fam, you feel me? But it's weirdos, man. It's a weird world. They play one role in front of you, and then behind the scenes, they weirdos. But you won't really know until they expose themselves. So it's like, just gotta let that shit play out a little bit. You feel me? Got a blast, yeah, for sure. But all right, man. We spoke about Shakur Stevenson headlining this pay-per-view. I don't feel like it's a good look, in all honesty. He said Bivol, that Mexican assassin. Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy ass name. He said, "Yo, Mazuma, I watched Southpaw live the other day. He said y'all made up and are close friends again." Bro, I saw some. I gotta actually check that live out because I don't know what the fuck Southpaw talking about. Like, I don't know what he means by made up. You know what I mean? I don't know what he means by close friends again. I don't know if he said that or you paraphrasing what he said, but regardless, like he reached out to me and let me know that the internet is not real. I guess that was his way of apologizing. And like here and there, like he'll write me certain shit. And then the other day he was talking about, "Yo, what's up with these Philly niggas, man?" I said, "Bro, I don't know. I can't speak for other Philly niggas, bro." You know what I'm saying? And then I told him, I was like, "Yo, you do stupid shit. You know what I mean? You be in your feelings. You say stupid shit all the time, and then you get mad when niggas say shit back to you. It's like, you know what I mean? I said, you talk all this shit, they get mad when niggas want to fight you. Bro, you in the boxing world. Fighting is second nature to these niggas. You disrespect them, they going to want to rumble you." So, he said, "Oh, when I say fuck Philly, I'm not talking about you, blah, blah, blah. We good." And then all this other shit. So I'm like, all right, bro, you on your own type of time. So, I mean, if that's his perception of it, it is what it is. But in terms of being close friends or making up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. He said I was the only cool one in Philly. That's funny. That's funny because he say that, but he disrespected me on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I think I don't know. I don't understand. I don't be understanding his motive. So, if he's speaking nice on me now, that's cool. But look, I ain't involved in that Greg and Southpaw shit. You know what I'm saying? I see that Najee. Yo, listen, man. I see that Najee. I'm glad y'all brought this shit up because I would have forgot about it. I see Najee talking about he putting together a full card. He putting together a full fucking card. You know what I'm saying? With YouTubers and social media, like boxing Twitter guys. Listen, bro. I need parts. I need parts, bro. Put me on that undercard. I would do it gladly. Gladly. I would do that shit gladly, bro. You feel me? Let's get that shit popping. I need to know what date. He ain't never said I wear thongs. Watch your mouth, pussy. He never said that. Nigga named Blood Raven. Sound like a gay emo. Blood Raven sound like one of them groups. Them niggas that wear all black, slicing their wrists and shit. He ain't never say that. Watch your mouth. Don't ever say nothing to me you wouldn't say to my face. Fucking weirdo. I hope they smack you for the wrench for that. Fuck is you talking about? Your mom be wearing thongs, but she got spine bumps in hers. She ain't got no ass, nigga. So go ahead with all that. Bitch, thong got spine bumps. Fuck out of here. My cat more healthy than your mom, bitch. Fuck you talking about. Anyways, this ain't boxing, man. Let's get into some open boxing topics, man. I'm gonna open up the live for anybody that want to come through and chop it up with your boy. You feel what I'm saying? What we talking about, man? Let's get into some topics. You feel me? Yeah, he talking crazy. That's what I say, bro. Like, if you wouldn't say it in person, do not say that shit on here. Yeah, he tried to slide that shit. That was actually kind of funny, but it was like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, all right. Fuck out of here. What interview did Eddie talk about headlining his own pay-per-view? I don't recall the interview. I had just seen an article. I actually had seen an article on social media that spoke about, Joe Cordina, Shakur Stevenson, and the card prior and the fights prior being on the zone pay-per-view. But the main event, Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev, will be available on ESPN Plus. So they dividing it. So it's like the majority of the card, the zone pay-per-view, from Shakur Stevenson, Joe Cordina on down. And then at the top of the list, Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev will be available on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? So I guess after the Shakur John, niggas got to leave from the zone and head into ESPN Plus. You feel me? So I think that's kind of confusing. I never heard about anything like that, in all honesty. I don't really know what to make of that. I do think it's weird, but regardless, it is what it is, man. The zone got to play their part. ESPN Plus got to play their part because Top Rank is involved in that. Top Rank got an ESPN deal. So, they got to make things work for both sides. They got to accommodate both sides. You feel me? So, Matchroom has a DAZN deal. Top Rank has an ESPN deal. You got to get both of them involved. You feel me? So, I don't like I said, weird situation, but they made it work for the best way that they made it work for in a way that they all thought was best. So, I do think it's a bad look regardless, man. That it's like Shakur Stevenson constantly is in situations that make him look bad, whether he fighting on a Thursday or, he's headlining the pay-per-view for the first time, but the person that he's headlining the pay-per-view against happens to be somebody who got knocked out in his previous fight. How the fuck are they going to sell this to make it seem like this is going to be a competitive fight? What, Joe Cordina was a former world champion moving up in weight? You know what I mean? Got stopped in his last bout. How can you sell that and get people? How can you convince people? Unless you guys have a hell of a build-up where y'all talking shit back and forth, y'all get into some physical shit, teams going crazy. Like, y'all gonna have to do a whole lot of shit talking. Y'all gonna have to do a lot of dramatic shit that's constantly going viral on the media for people to get their money together to pay for the fight. You got to make this shit intriguing. I feel like that's the only way. If you guys not out here acting out and really doing some viral shit on the internet and all that, people not gonna want to buy it. Let's say the pay-per-view is $50, right? Nigga, that could be a credit card bill. That could be, food for you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, Why would we take this $50 and put this into a Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina fight when it could literally go to better places, more beneficial places? You know what I'm saying? So I really don't. I don't know. I don't understand that. G.A. Maze said, now it all makes sense. Southpaw talk all that trash. Then when everybody on his head, he try to squash it. All them Philly boys on his head, he want to get on your good side. Man, listen, I don't look. Shit ain't gonna help him regardless. Whether he on my good side or not, he still gotta deal with what's in front of him. You feel what I mean? But it seemed like, based off of what Najee talking about, Southpaw seemed like he, pretty optimistic about fighting him. So let's see what happens, bro. I mean, if I'm not involved in the event, if I'm not involved in the undercard or whatever the case is, I would love to. I will pay to watch that fight for sure. You feel me? And to go back to the Shakur Stevenson situation, if you are a fan of Shakur Stevenson, you know what I mean, and you pay for the fight, salute. It is what it is. But at the same time, it's like as a boxing fan, you could be a fan of the individual, but if they doing some nut shit, you have every right to not put your money into that. It's like one of my favorite fighters, I tell you guys, is 3Bs. Boots, Benavidez, Bam. You feel what I'm saying? I rock with them dudes heavy. If Benavidez headlines a pay-per-view and it happens to be against fucking, let's say it's some Spike O'Sullivan. What the fuck, bro? How you fighting Spike O'Sullivan on pay-per-view? Bro, I'm not buying that shit. If Bam do a fucking pay-per-view event and he fight, I don't even know nobody in them smaller weights, but let's say he fight a old ass, a 50-year-old fucking, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know nobody in them smaller weight classes like that. But if he fights somebody that I don't feel like is intriguing and it's a pay-per-view, bro, I'm not paying for that shit. If Boots headlines a pay-per-view and it happens to be against fucking shit, who's a welterweight that really ain't shit? Shit, I don't even know. But let's say it's like Steve Claggett. Like, what? I'm not paying for that shit. Because, like, bro, these pay-per-views, they not cheap. Boots versus Broner, I'll pay for that shit. Broner gonna get stopped for the first time. That's a fact. But it's like, bro, you get what I'm saying though. It's like, why would I do that? Why? Like, I love Boots. Love him I love how the way he move. I love him as a fighter. Bam, special. Benavidez, monster, just like they call him. But that don't mean I'm gonna support every single move you make. You still gotta appease me as a boxing fan. That's just, I mean, I got no problem putting my money up. I pay for multiple pay-per-views, but they gotta be something that intrigues me to buy it. If it's not intriguing to me, if I don't feel like it's really like a big moment for the sport of boxing, I'm not buying it. I bought Devin and Ryan. I bought Benavidez and Plant. I bought multiple fights. You said the only competitive fight in the pay-per-view is Fabio Wardley. That's a crazy ass name, by the way. Like, niggas coming out the pussy and getting named Fabio is crazy. And then Frazier Clark. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how your mom pop you out and just be like, I'm gonna name this little nigga Fabio. That's crazy. Fabio sound like a smooth ass old nigga that unbuttoned the first 3 buttons on his button down. You feel me? Nigga got like 3 rope chains on. Nigga smell like some old nigga cologne. You know what I mean? Nigga smell like hella Bengay and old nigga cologne with his hair slicked back. With a pocket watch. The shit that you click and it open up. Yeah. He got the chain, motherfucking he got the chain pocket watch. That shit hang out the pants. Hey, what time is it? Nigga just click the button, shit pop out. Oh, it's 15 minutes to 5. Yeah. You said Mark the Canelo card, low key hard. Pause. But I get what you're saying though. So Canelo got obviously himself and Berlanga. Then there's Laura Danny. Then it's Caleb Plant versus Macumbi, whatever his name is. And then they got Rolly Romero. Yeah, I mean they got some decent names. It ain't the most. The co-main event is tough. Lara versus Danny. They both at the ends of their career, in all honesty. And I want to see what version of Danny come out. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if he gonna be that volume puncher that he was when he fought Jose Benavidez and show some good boxing, or is he gonna play this counter punching role? You know what I mean? I'm leaning towards the counter punching role because I do think Lara is the superior boxer, and I don't think Danny gonna sit there and try to prove that he's the better boxer. You know what I'm saying? Or at least he's going to try to, and it's not going to work out. So I think he's going to resort to, playing second and trying to catch Lara in between punches. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it's an intriguing fight. I got to do a little bit more studying on. Well, there's not really much to study because Danny been so inactive. I done watched all of his fights, and I've been watching all of Lara's Jones too. He ain't been the most active neither. So it's like, I don't know. We just going to have to wait and see, man. We're going to have to wait and see exactly what the game plans is Lara going to use his feet? He going to stand in front of him? What he going to do? Because Lara ain't been using his feet in his last few fights. So that's going to be interesting. You say you think Fulton might fight emotional? I heard that Fulton is extremely focused. He locked in with Bosey over there and he putting in the work. So I think however you do in camp is going to translate into the fight. So if he having a very focused camp, he having a real good camp, he should have a focused performance. I doubt his emotions will get involved. I do think he's pissed off with how the way he's being handled by PBC, though. You know what I'm saying? Glizzy with the remarkable comment. He says, never forget Macumbi tested positive. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I remember I discovered it live on here. I was looking through his box rec and I'm like, hold up. He got no contest. That's not a good sign. I went and looked up the no contest. Boom. Drug cheat. I was like, damn. Ralph said, I think we're going to see Danny hit the canvas for the first time. He get hit with one of those clean-ass left hands Lara been throwing. He might. He just might. Because everybody that been getting hit by Lara been going to sleep or going down. And I'm talking about like sleep, like snoring. Go watch that Thomas Lamana versus Erislandy Lara fight, man. You can watch that Spike O'Sullivan John he had. And even that last fight, bro, he absolutely, I think his name, Zarafa, smoked him. Shit, bad. Who y'all think Benavidez is fighting in December? That's a good question. Considering the fact that he might be fighting he's definitely going to be fighting at 175 in December. Let's look through the WBC rankings. Let's get a good idea. Maybe he's going, considering that he's a WBC interim champion, he might fight somebody that's in the WBC rankings. So let's take a look and see who's exactly available. WBC rankings. I'm gonna actually put this shit up for y'all to see. This is how I be doing this shit to get a good idea of who's gonna be fighting, who's not gonna be fighting. You know what I mean? Ratings, male, light, heavy. So obviously, let me see. Obviously, Archer Beterbiev is the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. 19-0 or knockouts. Let's look at the ratings. So I guess these haven't been updated, right? Let me see. I'm assuming this ain't been updated. Because they don't even have the WBC. Wait. He's the interim champion, right? I'm assuming these ain't been updated. Why haven't they updated this yet? Am I tripping? Oh, they don't update their shit often. All right, let me stop sharing and find a better ranking system. That's crazy. WBC, you think they would keep up with their rankings? All right, let's check another website. Let's check Box Live. Light heavyweight. All right. Okay. I don't like how the way this ranking shit set up. Like heavy. Okay. So boxing actually has updated list. So let's look into that. So I just want to give you guys some type of transparency. Now I think that we spoke about this in the group chat before, and I had mentioned, Anthony Yarde versus Benavidez being a good fight. But here's the list right here. They got it all set up for you. So Artur Beterbiev has 3 of the belts. Dimitri Bivol has 1. Uh, David Benavidez just defeated Alexander Volzdik, who is ranked at number 1. His last name is a pause, by the way. So forgive me for what I'm saying. But Benavidez in December. There's plenty of time till then. I don't know if Callum Smith has a fight lined up. I could check that real quick. I don't believe he has a fight. Let me see some. And I heard Benavidez, talk about fighting Callum Smith in the past. I think that'd be a good fight. I don't see he got anything lined up. He hasn't fought since he lost to Beterbiev. You feel what I'm saying? So that'd be a good fight. Callum, it got to be one of them UK guys. You feel me? So it's either Callum Smith or Anthony Yarde. I would like to see that. Alberto Ramirez, Connor Wallace. Now I don't really care to see any of these guys in all honesty, man. Damn, Ben Whitaker is number 11 already. Jesse Hart still got a ranking in the WBC. Okay. Jesse Hart ranked number 5 in the WBO too. Shit. All right. But yeah, man, I would like to see him fight the number 2 or the number 3 guy that's currently ranked in the WBC at light heavyweight. That's Callum Smith versus Anthony Yarde. I like both of those fights in all honesty, man. I would like to see that. So yeah, I guess, that's a solid question though, Anonymous. You said, Mark, I heard a rumor that Canelo gonna try to skip the line over Benavidez and try to fight the winner of Bivol versus Beterbiev. That's messed up though. If he takes Benavidez' opportunity, well, that's just part of the game, man. Like that, when you the A side, you can when you the A side and you a popular fighter, you can skip the line over a lot of guys, man. And if that happens to be the case, man, Canelo just gonna look even worse in all honesty, because his whole thing is that Benavidez a bully. He needs to fight at 175. He blows up 25, 35 pounds and all this shit. And then you're gonna hop up in the weight class that he just moved up to and take his opportunity. It's like, bro, not only is it gonna show that you're afraid of him, but you low-key hating on this nigga. Because he's not sitting here waiting on you, he not kissing your ass, anything like that. I don't know, man. And I think if Beterbiev was to defeat Bivol, I don't even think Canelo would look his way. I don't see Beterbiev and Canelo fighting each other, man. I think that'd be a slaughter. You feel me? But I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen Javante Davis take that Frank Martin fight from Shakur. So these things happen. You feel me? We seen Earl Spence take that Pacquiao opportunity away from Bud. That's A-side shit that happens. And in all honesty, it seemed like Earl just took another opportunity from Bud from getting that Fundora fight. So this is pretty common. I mean, when you got star power, you could do a lot of shit. You can have an unfair advantage over a lot of niggas, even if that means getting their opportunities. Let me see. I wouldn't be surprised though. I'm just telling you right now. I would not be surprised if that was the case. But let's get into some more questions, man. Let me actually see what's going on. What's circulating the boxing news right now? Because I don't even be tuned in like I used to be, in all honesty. Oh, okay. So I seen Steve Nelson's last opponent. He failed for a PED test. I guess it didn't matter because Steve Nelson watched him anyway. That's funny. Canelo backs Bivol to beat Benavidez, says he did nothing at 175. Nigga, he only got one fight at 175. And you ain't you like 1-1 at 175? Like, shut up. What you talking about? Canelo says, look, 175 is his weight class, and he did nothing at 175. He's not the same. I don't want to say what he needs to do. If the money is right, I'll fight anyone. Right now is the time for me to ask for the money. They want me to fight him. They need to pay me good. There's something good for me on the table. I'm in. I don't care. He just brings 25 more pounds to the table. It's a risky fight, but I could beat that guy, but not in the way I always did. But it could be that I fight Benavidez before I retire. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. You went to 175 because you and went up against a wide Sergey Kovalev. Then you seen Bivol had a few shaky performances, and you thought you caught Bivol slipping. Y'all try to make a calculated move and got cooked. Yeah, Steve Nelson. I seen that Steven Nelson called out Diego Pacheco too, bro. I would love to see that fight. That fight actually, I rock with Diego Pacheco heavy. You know what I mean? He about to fight Selecki and all that. I'm rooting for him heavy in that bout. But that fight makes me nervous for Pacheco. I ain't gonna lie to you. Steven Nelson is a legitimate threat. I do think that Steven Nelson is supposed to be a lot further in his career than he was supposed to be. I ain't gonna lie to you. That he is right now, I feel like Steven Nelson should be further ahead. For sure. Yeah, Canelo definitely got cooked by Bivol. I remember when he first fought him, I was like, yo, he got some balls to be fighting Bivol. I wonder what he see. Then I watched a few of Bivol's last fights, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Because Bivol, he ain't look too impressive. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's what he see. You know what I mean? But he got in his bag. He got in his bag. Bivol got in his bag for Canelo. He's like, let me show this little nigga something. He think I'm sweet. Ush, 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 ush. Fucking that boy up. Uh, y'all think the IBF is gonna press Loma, or is he gonna get the same privileges he's gotten in the past? Man, the IBF better apply the same fucking pressure on Loma that they did with everybody else. You seen they give Terrence Crawford a hard time. They just stripped Canelo. You know what I mean? They gave him a hard time. Pause. And then, they about to give Boots a hard time trying to make him rematch that dude, Karen, who literally after losing the Boots fought two nobodies. And all of a sudden, he's the fucking mandatory. Like, you gotta fight him. It's like, bro, I will really file a petition with the IBF. Like, or I don't know what I'll do. I'll reach out to the IBF and you be like, yo, why are y'all guys trying to force this fight on me when I already beat this man last year? Why y'all making me fight him again? For what? What has he done to get a title shot? How about he, fight somebody else in the rankings? You know what I mean? Fighter Conor Benn or something. You know what I mean? Karen versus Conor Benn, whoever comes out victorious in that bout, Kasimi. But it's like, bro, how can y'all tell me how he's deserving of a mandatory title shot against me while I'm trying to unify the division? I be talking to them niggas like that. Bet you they be all stuttering and all types of shit. But if they put all these pressure on these black fighters and guys like Canelo, big stars like that, forcing them to fight people, they be able to do the same shit for Loma. You know what I mean? But Loma's so careless about boxing right now. He might just get that shit up. Like, man, y'all could have this shit. You know what I'm saying? Loma don't seem like he worried about any type of money or any type of boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? He talking about Ukraine and spending time with his family. You heard? So I don't know. Yeah, Canelo be getting frustrated, man. It don't take much to get Canelo mad. You know what I mean? But typically when Canelo get mad, it work in his favor because he start turning up. You know what I mean? And punching with bad intentions. But with Bivol didn't respect his power at all, like at all. He was sitting there directly in front of Canelo and piecing him, boom, 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 putting combinations together. Canelo would go against the ropes. He throwing 5-6 punch combinations, and Canelo trying to show his trying to show like his charisma and shit. Like, yeah, come on, like let's keep fighting type shit. And you could tell Canelo was dead tired, but he just he ain't had a recipe for Bivol at all. He had nothing for Bivol. Like Bivol ain't respect none of that shit, bro. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, whenever Canelo get frustrated, he be picking niggas up and shit like that. I forgot who else he did that shit against. But like I think he did the same shit with Triple G. But I think Bivol put him in like a headlock after that. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? He ain't give him no respect at all. And you would think that people would have took that mentality from Bivol and put it into their fights with Canelo. Nope. Bivol showed that man no respect. Meanwhile, all these dudes that's fighting Canelo, that they all dicky and glazing like a motherfucker trying to show Canelo all this love. But bro, he's a legend, man. Man, fuck all that. Give a fuck if he a legend. I'm coming here to beat your ass. Caleb Plant was the only one who showed Canelo no respect. Maybe Billy Joe Saunders. All these other dudes, bro, they just kissing ass, grateful for the opportunity. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for the paycheck, Ginger Man. Come on, dog. Stop it. Let's get a few more questions and then I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Yeah, the boxing world ain't really much to talk about right now, man. I can't wait until some great news come out, some good shit, man. Cause right now, shit dead, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I was gonna make a video today, but I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? Like, talk about this. We already spoke about Brian Norman and Boots. We spoke about that shit for like 3 days straight. Like, what we talking about? All right, Canelo. I see Tank and Richardson Hitchens in the ring. They over there starting training camp. Okay. PBC definitely need to put out a schedule, bro. Like at this point, it's like ever since they signed this Amazon deal, they just been so quiet and they'll announce one fight. Like if it don't include Canelo, they don't be having no type of rush and announcing fights. Bro, that shit is annoying, bro. Like what the fuck is going on with the PBC, dog? Like ever since Showtime closed them doors, man, these guys been like scrambling to figure something out. Like I heard that they was working on some like distribution deal with some other company. I don't know exactly if that's true or how that shit's going, but regardless, I don't know, bro. It's some confusing shit going on. PBC definitely needed to get it together, man. Like you guys dominated in 2023, hit after hit after hit after hit. Y'all smoking shit. Then in 2024, y'all just go MIA, bro. Like that shit don't make sense. Said, you think Estrada does any better if him and Bam rematches, or does he get beat worse by Bam? I'm sure, like, Estrada, he'll study the fight. He might pick up on some things that he could do better. But I think Bam, at this point, man, look, man, he's a more youthful, uh, more skilled fighter, in my opinion. Estrada definitely got some crafty shit going on, man. He's a veteran. Uh, so it's always going to be a tough fight for Bam to figure out. But I do think that Bam, after that performance, man, his confidence is through the roof. And I think that it'll be another stoppage in all honesty, man. Like, Bam just he different, bro. Like he different. I don't see what Estrada could do like crazy that'll cause, Bam to, fall short. I don't really see it happening at all. Um, mm, yeah, man, that was the thing. It was like, and then when Bam got dropped, Bam got up like, and it showed a lot about Bam's heart too, because it's like there's people who get. I'm trying to tell you, bro, that could be a really demoralizing thing for people when they get dropped, knocked down, and shit like that. And I took my head off the anyway for that as well, because when he got dropped against Neri, he literally stood calm. He didn't let the crowd get to him. And he continued fighting like nothing happened and went back to dominating. That's exactly what Bam did. So um, these guys, I don't see what Estrada could do. What can Estrada do? You're going to have to spark Bam. If you don't spark Bam, he's going to get stopped himself. And I don't know if he got the power that'll put Bam lights out. I don't know. You said they only announced Canelo and Tank fights? Yeah, man. I don't know. don't know what's going on right now, man. Shit is extremely quiet. You know what I mean? They got Amazon. Like it's like at this point, I don't know. I don't know if they scrambling for money. You know, there's a lot of people on PBC that's sitting on the shelf, bro. They feeling the way about it. You know what I mean? They not liking how the way they being treated. Stephen Fulton, you could tell he got a problem with what's going on right now. He like, bro, you like, bro, I lost one fight and y'all put me on the prelims. Like, damn, that's how y'all treat. That's how, like, bro, I'm a former unified champion. Only lost to one of the best in the world. Only lost to anyway. I'm fighting on the prelims now. That's what I dropped to. This nigga Rolly done got stopped 2 times and like I don't know how and what like 4 fights. Come on, man. He making the main card. Why? Well, I see that happen, Ralph. I seen that happen. You know what I mean? That shit. Like I seen people whoop people ass. Like um, I've seen fighters absolutely dominate a fight and then they'll get dropped. And what would be crazy was it'd be a flash knockdown, but it would destroy their confidence. You know what I'm saying? It'll really have an effect on them mentally, and then it'll cost them to lose the rest of the fight. You know what I mean? Like people can't. There's a lot of people who can't really, fathom getting. There's a lot of people that can't that cannot fathom getting dropped. I think I said that right. There's a lot of people that cannot fathom. Yeah, I'm tired of shit right now. I can tell I'm getting burnt out little by little. As Valdez says, it's a business. If it don't make money and fights, the fights ain't happening. Listen, man, y'all always saying that shit, but y'all gotta understand is if you're a PBC, if you're a network, right, and you sign these guys to deals within that contract, it tells you that you're obligated to give that fighter a certain amount of fights a year. If your guys are not, if you're so you have to live up to that. You have to live up to that contract. If you don't do that, that automatically could void the contract and they could go elsewhere. You feel what I'm saying? So although it is a business, I don't know if you're speaking about these fighters being on the shelf or whatever the case is. But what I'm telling you is they got a whole lot of fighters that's not being active right now. A lot of them are being frustrated as a result of it. You see what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You keep saying it's a business. I love how people say, oh, it's a business, it's a business, it's a business. Meanwhile, you could show them how they'll benefit from that business, and then all of a sudden they get quiet, or they don't even know the business themselves. They just hear other people say it, so they copy and paste it. Do you know? You saying it's a business, but do you know the business of boxing? Do you really know it? Because I do. Do you? It's real interesting that people, they just be copy and pasting whatever motherfuckers be telling them. He said, bro, did you see that Southpaw and Greg Hackett going at it? Yeah, I seen that. Shit, everybody seen it at this point. Yeah, bro, they be going at it, man. He said they should avoid and leave if they frustrated. Well, I mean, if you watching, that's what they've been doing, right? We see Andy Ruiz. He came back with Riyadh season. Seen a lot of these dudes that Tim Zoo is about to take a fight with Virgil before he got injured. See a lot of people that Boots was dealing with PBC. He went over to Matchroom. Hitchens was with TMT, PBC, if that's what you want to call it. Went over to Matchroom. A lot of these people going to Matchroom, man. A lot of these dudes is going different places. It is what it is. That's what they doing. Said I hate when fighters' gas tank just drops suddenly, like when Jermaine Taylor lost to Carl Froch. Yeah, yep, yeah, that shit happens, bro. And they don't even be like the fit. They don't even be like because they be in top shape, man. Like they do world class training camps. They spar in 12, 15 rounds every time they spar with different people. A lot of that shit be the mental exhaustion, man. I've seen people in phenomenal shape, but because they wasn't in the right space mentally, they fall apart. Mental fatigue is really a thing in boxing, bro. You feel me? He said, let Valdez cook. I guess. Anonymous said, do y'all still want to see Floyd versus Broner now? Man, I'm sick of Broner getting opportunities, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think Broner need to pack that shit up and get the fuck out of boxing. Talk all this shit. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I'm gonna be world champion again. Then you over here and you getting your tooth knocked out by Blair Cobb. You getting outboxed like shit, looking old, slow. You know what I'm saying? Punched, gun shy. Bro, don't nobody want to see that, man. Like Floyd and Broner, it'd be cool as an exhibition, bro. You know what I mean? That'd be a good little build up and all that. But Broner talked about how Floyd wouldn't even want to spar him and shit. Like they were supposed to spar, they never did. I don't know. That'd be a good John though. Floyd probably get off on him though. Wouldn't that be some shit, bro? Wouldn't that be some shit? Wouldn't that be some shit, bro? If Floyd punch on Broner in the exhibition, that's how you would know. It's like, yeah, Broner, like you gotta stop, bro. No, of course he didn't respect the sport because that's typically what happens with really talented people, right? You know, because Broner's a talented motherfucker, bro. Like that was God given hand speed, explosiveness, God given power. When he was at 130, he was knocking shit loose. And I see a lot of people, a lot of these fighters that you could tell they was influenced by the Can Man. You feel me? Like that Adrian Broner let his hands go style. I see a lot of fighters that's like that. Like I tell you right now, and I thought it was interesting. I always said that Quadira Albright, the one that just got into them sparring sessions with Brian Norman and all that, those little clips was going viral. They call him C4 Savage. They call him C4, but his name is Quadira Albright. When he boxes, he looks like an exact representation of Adrian Broner when he was at 130. You know, the creative combination punching, the hand speed, the power, the explosiveness. Bro, that shit looks just like Adrian Broner, man. I'm like, bro, this nigga really fights just like Broner did back in the day. And they had asked him on Mill City, like, who was his favorite fighters? Who was he influenced by? He said Roy. He said a few other names. Then he was like Adrian Broner. I was like, I fucking knew it. I didn't even have to ask him. Like I could tell he was influenced by Broner. You know what I'm saying? What I was trying to say is that the man was gifted. He didn't have to work for that. That was just something that was installed from him since he was a baby, right? It was something that God gave him. Typically, real talented, God-given, like, athletes and shit like that, they don't really appreciate what they have because they didn't really work hard for it. If somebody just gives you something, man, you're not going to appreciate it in comparison to you working your ass off for it and then obtaining it. It's just a different feeling when you work hard for it. But when you're simply giving it without any type of effort, you know what I'm saying? You take it for granted. And Adrian Broner, I guess he thought that, since that shit was God given, it was always going to stay with him. And, he should have learned from the people. What was that quote? It said, a smart man learns from his mistakes. And they say a wise man learns from other people's mistakes, right? Adrian Broner might be a smart man, but he's not a wise man. He should have seen the fighters that came before him, have seen how recreational drugs and liquor, fucked up their boxing careers and be like, yo, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I got all these kids, I got to support all of them. I want to set them all up for success. You know what I mean? I got to stay away from that partying and all that lifestyle. And if I do party, I got to stay disciplined like Floyd did. You know what I mean? Like Floyd used to buy everybody bottles, wouldn't take a sip out of none of them. Then after that, he would jog his ass home. You feel what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, he took his gifts for granted. You know what I mean? He could have put some real hard work and consistency behind it to really maximize his potential, but he chose not to. You feel what I mean? What he chose to do was party, drink, fuck all these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And spend all his money. You feel me? So that's what he chose to do, and we seen the results of it. We seen it with Blair Cobbs. We seen it happen with Marcos Maidana, fucking Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Manny Pacquiao. We seen it all in his lowest moments. You know what I mean? And what's crazy is Mikey Garcia nowhere near as talented as Adrian Broner. But guess what Mikey Garcia had? Work ethic, discipline, staying in the gym, honing his craft, mastering the fundamentals, and just outworking, man. That was a pure representation of hard work beats talent, bro. Hard work beats talent all the time. The talented ones sit on the couch and watch the dedicated ones on the big screen. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Well, look, man, Broner, 4 division world champion, probably the worst 4 division champion in boxing history, if we be honest, but 4 division world champion, made a shit ton of money. He done been on the big stage. He accomplished a lot in his career. You know what I mean? So I can't shit on him at all. But the facts is facts, bro. He underachieved, honestly. And he don't got nobody to blame but himself. Said, see something. What are you talking about? He said Eddie Hearn just said Shakur boring. Why would he say that? Why would he say that about a nigga he just signed? How stupid would you sound calling somebody boring yet signing them to a contract, like signing them for a deal? It's like, all right, you just signed a boring fighter. Now what? How the fuck that makes sense? You sound dumb. If that's what he said recently, maybe in an old interview, he said that. Listen, man, Eddie Hearn say a lot of shit, and then he go and he do shit anyway. Like I remember, I remember when he was talking about Canelo being a drug cheat, and he was criticizing Canelo for that. As soon as Canelo went over there, man, they had a conversation. All of a sudden, he's doing business with Canelo. Can't really put too much into what these promoters say because they're all about the money, and they'll go against their principles every time for a good check. You know what I mean? They'll go against their old words any day to capitalize off of a situation or make money off a fighter. It is what it is. Said what pay-per-view is Shakur headlining? He he's headlining. I mean, he's headlining his pay-per-view with Joe Cordina. So Joe Cordina versus Shakur Stevenson will be at the Zone pay-per-view. That fight and the rest of the undercard for Dimitri Bivol and Better Beef will be on there, but the main event itself, Better Beef and Bivol, will be on ESPN Plus. He did turn his back on Haney. It's a cold business. Yeah, man. I seen that. I seen that like he was trying to like I think like he when he was in that interview with Andre Ward, it seemed like he was trying to degrade Ryan Garcia's PED use. I don't know why the fuck is such a cool thing to defend a drug cheat with Ryan Garcia, but people seem to be doing it, man. I think it all started to go downhill when Devin Haney felt the way about Eddie Hearn not, getting involved with that purse bid between him and Sandor Martin. You feel what I mean? I think a lot of people. I think that's when shit started to go downhill. Eddie Hearn was like, "Bro, I don't owe you shit. Like you not signed with me." So you could tell that Eddie Hearn, he don't mind doing business with Devin Haney, but you could tell that it bothers him a little bit that Devin Haney never signed a deal with him. You feel what I mean? Because why would you even bring that up? But at the same time, Devin Haney's like, damn, bro, like I think like you my guy. Why didn't you like get involved with the purse bid? He like, bro, I don't need to. You're not one of my fighters. But Dev probably looking at it like, damn, we made a lot of money together and you don't want to look out. So I don't know. I think shit just started to go downhill from that Sandor Martin, Devin Haney purse bid. You know what I mean? But if that's the case, it is what it is. Devin Haney, he's his own promoter. He go anywhere he want to make a fight happen. And most likely he going to connect with Turki Al-Sheikh to make fights happen anyway. Turki Al-Sheikh has been calling to work with Devin Haney for a while. He wouldn't need Eddie Hearn for that. He wouldn't need him. Turki Al-Sheikh don't like talking to these promoters anyway. He likes to talk directly to the fighter. So Devin Haney will be good with or without Eddie Hearn. Simple as that. JA05 says Haney wants Eddie to be loyal to him without reciprocating that loyalty. I mean, Devin has been loyal to Eddie Hearn, though. Like, Eddie Hearn said in that Andre Ward interview that, like, when Devin Haney was on Pursuit, when he was, like, chasing Undisputed and shit like that, he wanted Eddie Hearn to be involved in the negotiations between him and Kambosos. But he said Top Rank was blatantly trying to – Kambosos and Top Rank was blatantly trying to freeze him out. And they said that they wouldn't do the fight unless Devin Haney signed with them. So, Eddie Hearn was like, yo, bro, I can't help you. And, Devin Haney felt the way about that because he wanted Eddie Hearn involved. So even though he was not signed with him, he even said that Devin Haney was a loyal dude. He said it in that interview with Andre Ward. He said Devin Haney is loyal. You know what I mean? I think he threw a little shot at Bill. You know what I'm saying? But he said that Devin Haney is loyal. So, I guess he wanted the same thing from Eddie, but Eddie, he went the technical route. He's like, oh, well, technically you're not signed to me, so I didn't feel the need to do that. I'm not in here to lose money. I'm not in the business to lose money. You feel me? He said, if you was my fighter, maybe I wouldn't mind taking a loss, but and Haney like, damn, I've been showing. I mean, I know we don't got a contract together, but I've been showing you hella loyalty, and that's how you want to treat me, type shit. So I kind of see Haney's perspective in that. I kind of see it. Like Eddie Hearn's right, but Devin Haney has a reason behind how he has his reasons for how the way he for how he feels. You feel me? Yeah, I understand both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Dev got his reasons for how the way he feels, and Eddie Hearn, he's not completely in the wrong. You know what I mean? You can't be looking for like like the perks and benefits of having a promoter. Meanwhile, you don't want to sign with the promoter. You feel me? But Devin, like, bro, I know, like, technically I'm not your fighter, but we made all this money together, and I always go to you whenever I make these big fights happen. Every time I do a fight, I take you into consideration. I break this bread with you. So it's like, bro, like, you're not going to do this for me after – because he could have easily did fights without Eddie Hearn, but he chose to bring him around anyway. You know what I mean? Get him involved. He fucked with Eddie. Yeah, I see both sides for sure. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel and added to the conversation, man. We had some steady viewership today. I want to say I'm very grateful for you guys coming through. Even the ones that's not commenting and just listening, man. I appreciate you guys, man. We on the road to 3K. We about to hit that mid 2200 mark, man. I'm extremely thankful for everybody that's coming through and clicking the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, you know what I mean? Y'all come through, man. Subscribe to the channel. We posting videos on the daily. We going live all throughout the week. You see what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. If some new information comes out, I'm free the whole week, man. I'm on a paid vacation right now, so I don't really got much going on throughout the early parts of my day. So if new information comes out, be on the lookout for some videos, man. But turn y'all post notifications on. You know what I mean? If y'all not getting y'all post notifications, just turn it off, turn it back on. You know what I mean? That might reboot the system or whatever the case is. Whatever, man. Be on the lookout for the live tomorrow. We got some more boxing to discuss because the boxing world never stops. So I'm not either. You feel what I mean? But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video. As always, man, this is Marcus Rosa. Appreciate you guys very much. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. Peace.